Oh, whoops. Clicked on the wrong thing. Very money. Right, I'm just going to put the YouTube link on the Facebook video. Oh, and it's disappeared. I put in the group. I put it into the Creative Hub Messenger group, Quentin.
Yeah.
Are you going to do the Fantasyland one and the normal one?
Yeah.
I'm just putting it into the family group, and I'm just going to put it into the retreat group, and then I'm going to get this message here to send to that group of people, and OMG. That's a lot. Right. Playing there. It's playing fine there. And let's come back here. Hello, Marissa and Kelly. Hello, Angela. Rightio. Holy dooly. That was a lot. Okay. So today is Fantasyland Virtual Retreat Day. Or we're doing a hybrid retreat. So hybrid retreat is we run a virtual retreat, and normally 2 weeks later we have an in-person retreat, but in-person's next week.
Yep.
Holy dolly. We've got a lot to do in a week.
Just a tiny
just a smidge, but we'll get there. We're the Redshaws. We'll get there. Even if we don't sleep. So today is day one of the virtual retreat. Yesterday released our Fantasyland collection, the first of 4 releases. We have listened and people wanted less at a time, so we're trying to do our best. So yes, Twisted Easel does look cool. Yes, it's very cool. So this was our first class. We did a scrapbook page, and then we did a Twisted Easel Christmas card. So we've done 2 projects so far, and tonight we are doing something. Hello, Jeanette. I really hope you feel better soon, Jeanette. Hello, Helen and Karen. Hello, Diana. I burnt Abby's dinner because I was doing this week's monthly class. Okay. He'll be right. He'll survive. He will survive, Diana. Hello, Tash and Joanne. Hello, Deborah and Di. Hello, Quentin. He was just over there. Hello, Joanne and Karen. Hello, Sam. So, let's get... That's our program. Now, if you're doing the retreat and you're looking for the program for this weekend, it is in the Retreat Hub. This is the first retreat where we're trialing having a hub of its own, our class learning platform. If you don't know what our Creative Hub is, that's what our Creative Hub is. It is a place where we store all our classes, and you can purchase membership, or you get free membership when you do weekly kits. But weekly kits don't include Fridays and Saturdays. So I said to the ladies I would like to use this, but I really want to cut the flowers out. And they told me I wasn't allowed to fussy cut in class. So, damn shame that. Not enough flowers. I need more flowers, peeps. So, I do like that. I like these 2. Said I could lean on the blue. Do something blue tonight. Well, that's not blue, that's green. This is teal. You know, potato, potato. Hello, Yvonne. Wow, thank you. Tonight you have it so I can cast. Yes. So much better to see. Thanks, guys. Once I cast, I can't comment. That's okay, Yvonne. We always try and put the first comment as the YouTube link. I'm going to say something. A lot of times Facebook deletes it or suppresses it. But tonight, they started deleting it at first, but it is there. It's not a great link. Hasn't brought the picture up, but it's there, and that's enough. But we do try and put the YouTube link in on every video. Hello, Nicole and Carmel. Yes, we protested about cutting out flowers tonight. Mind you, they would make stunning colour cuts. They would, but they're only in the pattern. The designer didn't give the flowers separately, and you know how much of a bugger it's going to be for me to pull them out. I will do it eventually, you know that, because I like those leaves. I do like leaves. Yeah, I've contemplated pulling those flowers out. It's a manual job. I've got to erase everything around them very carefully. Yeah, I like them. I don't like it when designers give me something nice and then don't give me the portions of it separated out, and I've got to do that myself. This lady does amazing work, but I have to do that myself a lot. A lot of the flowers I've had to... Yep. No, I could just cut all those flowers out. You'll lynch me. What about, you know... We did this on a card last night, didn't we? We had a bit of a layered thing on our card last night in the Creative Hub. We did a trifold card with scraps. It's pretty cool. It wasn't a scrapbox week. We just had scraps left of our kit. I do like that. But it'll look better torn. Hello, Cindy. Lucky to have power. I am in Tassie. A shocking Wednesday. Oh my gosh. You guys can't catch a break. Love the flower page. Hello, Bronnie. I love that combo. Is that the same cream that Naomi John used a few weeks ago on her flower layout? I think it might be, actually, Karen. I think she might have used this one. Hello, Diane. Hoping everyone was well. I think they are. Jeanette's not great. Jeanette's got one of the influenzas at the moment. I'm going to say that. Hopefully that's okay to say, Jeanette. She is not doing fabulous. And a few of the other ladies haven't been particularly well, but I think everyone's in good spirits. Let's put it that way. And we're all here to do some creating. And look, ta-da! Today is day one. You've seen it. It's pristine. If Naomi John messes this up, she's on notice. I have said that if she... The words I used were, if you crack this up, kid, you'll be in trouble. Because the desk was clean underneath until she hit it pretty hard. Someone said I needed to use a sword. I'm just not sold on the sword tonight. I'm sorry, people. I want to cut them flowers out. There's just not enough flowers in the world. We could use the fairies. Not the sword. Sorry, Karen. Maybe some yellow hearts. These are from a sampler sheet. Maybe we'll use a heart. And maybe the purple flowers. But I want some of these. I'm going to have to cut out. If we're going to use a flower paper, we've got to cut some of the flowers out. I don't think Naomi John did. I'm pretty sure she didn't. Let's get the contents of the sampler sheet out. Quentin calls this lilac-y dusty colour Dove. Go figure. But yes, we are hoping everybody is well and getting better. And yes. And that husbands who end up with burnt dinner because we have to scrapbook, understand it wholeheartedly. Oh, some of the ladies wanted me to use the dragon as well.
What you doing, dear?
don't know.
Oh, I'll have to let Missy in the back door. Oh, okay.
Let's get rid of the peach ones. And the big ones.
Where's your last serve, though? Come on, in the house.
I didn't do as I was told. Sorry. Did I say that loud?
Sorry, everyone. In the house. Now. Serve it to a cat.
Yeah. I got prickles in my feet this morning, mediating an argument between the sisters Grimm, the cats, and the argument involved like Missy not wanting to listen to Maddie when Maddie told her to get out of the prickle patch.
So you walked to the prickles.
So I ended up in the prickles trying to stop them
Well,
from
did you not
lynching each
to
other.
the old wise cat that's now sleeping on my side of the bed?
Sign of love to eat the burnt dinner without complaint. Yes, it is, Karen.
Okay, where would you like this?
Just there. Stop rustling things. You're making noise. Okay. So we've got 2 pieces of paper 3. A little naughty, I know. We're going to build a page and then we're going to cut it to 12 by 12, okay? Just so you know. And do we want white? No. So I'm going to start about 2.5 inches up from the bottom. And I'm going to just come up on a bit of a bodgy angle. Let me give you a measurement for those that need measurements. I started 2.5 from the bottom and I've ended 9.5 on the other side. So 2.5, 9.5. And then what I'm going to do is see if I can get that. Wow, or do I want that to sit on top? Hmm. Sorry. That is Colour Cuts of the Month Club. Why can I not get this to work?
Yes, I understand. Yes, you're starving to death. I know. Terrible things have affected me.
Okay. I can't cheat. The cheat that I'm trying to do is just not going to work. Okay, so if I come across there, what I could do is I could patch a hole. Yeah, I can do that. So now what I need to do is I need to make a mark. Where'd my pencil go? Okay, sorry. I got sidetracked. Hello, Tina. Hello, Karen. I just realised the only best thing about daylight saving is that I can make your classes. That is awesome, Karen. The cheat will work if you cover up the gap with an embelly or a photo mat. Yes, it will. But what I'm thinking is we now tear a piece of this and then we just have a chunk of that in the gap. Instead of layering, we just have a chunk of that in the gap. Let's do this. So I need to be about there and there. Right. Oh, that'll be about right. So we have like that and that. And then we sort of fit that chunk in the middle. Somehow like that. Like that. Let's move that and that. So this one is, let me get the measurement for you. So we've got on this side, we're like 9 inches in. And on this side, we're like 3 inches in. 3, 9, 2.5, 9.5. Rightio. Let's put some tape on the edge here. So Amelia Ann is building a museum out of Lego currently. She was building a bank. And I said, oh, so where's the vault going to be? And she goes, vault? Do I need a vault? She goes, I'll just research that on your phone. I said, no, you won't, because that could get us into trouble. So let's not do that. And she goes, oh, I better make a museum then. So she's now making a museum. So that's stuck there. Oh, let's not cut out behind until we get it all sorted. So she's making a museum out of Lego. And then she asked me how big a museum had to be. And I told her she could make it as big as she wanted. Rightio. So we can't just whack it on because we could end up with a Pittery with sort of a page. That could be really bad. Let's use our handy T-ruler to get things looking about right. Oh, come in a bit more. About there. We got a gap. It'll be right. We will survive. We will stick something over that, like a flower, that we will potentially fussy cut. Yeah, I know. You don't like it when I do horrible things like that. Okay, so let's come in and... Oh, not that close. Oh, no, I'm over the tape. Oh, I've got another gap there now. Let's put some tape on here. Let's give it a bit of a band-aid. Having a story, otherwise I reckon he would want to do this. I'm going to get the 2 kits from now on. Yes. We had to scrapbook today.
Who's that?
Tina's little fella.
Oh dear.
He had the scrapbook today and he had to use her stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people buy the extra paper pack. Hello, Inga and Dee. Hello, Jacqueline. Grace is fed, bathed, and asleep. Awesome. Hello, Carol. Okay, let's make this a bit neater. And I think we're going to work off. Well,
Your little friend out here is going to watch a movie when she's finished.
I'm going to cut this to be a little bigger than 12 inches. Right. So it's just a fraction bigger than 12 inches. And I'm going to work off this top edge to make it straight and even. And let's go to 12. And let's go here. There we go. Oh, there's a skinny strip. We'll add that to our pile of skinny strips. We've got another skinny strip. We'll add that to our pile of skinny strips. Yeah, I don't think we're going to add that. I don't need that. We've got 2 holes. We've got one here and one here. Well. Let's roll this back a bit. So I'm going to roll the cream bit back a bit. I think I know how I'm going to fix the holes in my page. Oh dear, a bit much there. Roll that back. Suppose that a bit much. Just had an idea and it's brilliant. Probably not, but I'm going to think it's brilliant. I think she's going to watch Night at the Museum. I think it's Friday nights at the moment. That's what she's, if there's a third movie. Is there a third movie? Haha. This is the back of the pale blue. So let's. Need a really steep curve here, like there. Tuck that in there. It's directional, so I need to sort of put it in, get it right. So I've got a chunk of this number 1, but I need to keep some for photo mat, I think. So let's put that in there and just line it up, the pattern up, and then there we go. There's a bit of that there. Can't put it in one place, got to put it in multiple. And then up here, we need to go in the opposite direction. Like that. Like have a chunk that just sits in there like that. Maybe it doesn't go all the way up. Maybe it goes around a bend like that. Like sits like that. And then let's do, I need a photo mat. Let's do a piece that comes like down on an angle like this. Like more of an angle. Like that. Like that. You kind of can't see it until we roll it back like that. And let's put some tape behind. And now we just need to fix it. Let's do some fixing. There we go. And it's got some of the other bluey colour. Patching the holes. Oh, and making it look like it's meant to be there. Yes, I don't know about that. Oh my goodness. You have a new desktop. Oh, so much better, I do say. It's been there all day, Jacqueline. Did you miss it? Hello, Cheryl. How are you? Loving this layout a lot. I'm loving it too. You're going to have to let me cut some of these damn flowers out. So this is the bit we've got left. I think we do photo mat in that chunk. And then, yep, see how many flowers I can get. Get 1, 2. Oh, that's got 2 petals there. I'm going to keep those 2 petals. There's 2 petals on that one as well. There's a little flower here. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's a 3/4 flower and a 1/4 of a flower. Half a flower and a smallish flower. A half a flower. Now see, if Naomi John was doing this page, she'd just send me off to go and cut them out. She'll be here tomorrow night. She does not fussy cut. She'll do it, but she doesn't like it. Her fussy cutting's not the best because she's not into it. So she just can't be bothered. There we go. It's all right. I had to do it. I've closed my eyes to ignore the fussy cutting of flowers. Yep. Must have been too excited in the kit reveal and first class. Yep. Definitely needs a fussy cutting. I know, fussy cutting those flowers. Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. Yep. See. Hello, Debbie. How are you? Yeah, I'm sorry. It just needs it. I can't put different flowers on it to the flowers that are on the pattern paper. You just gotta watch me fussy cut some flowers. I'm sorry. And I know you didn't come here to watch me fussy cut. So we always give fussy cutting ahead of time. Like even the ladies on the cruise, on the day we get on the cruise boat, they will be able to pick up their fussy cutting then if they want to do it ahead of time. I don't send it to people before the cruise or before a retreat because they might forget to bring it. But if you're doing an in-person retreat, we do send out fussy cutting sometimes, as long as people don't leave it at home. But then on the cruise, yeah, some of the ladies like to have something to just, you know, If they're just going to sit around and watch, you know, watch the dancers practice or something in the afternoon and have a coffee, or they're going to go and sit and soak up the, well, pretend to soak up the sun under the cover in one of the lounges and just sit there and fussy cut. But yes, I like to make sure that people have got their fussy cutting so it's easier. We'll just cut a few flowers. We won't cut them all out at this point in time. Be warned, I could cut them all out by the end of the weekend. But we'll just cut a few out to start with, just in case we only use a few on the layout. I could get lynched if I use too many. They're actually pretty easy. I am editing them as I go to make them just, yep, they're just nice rounded flowers. Around, 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 around. Cut this one and then we might move on. I might get my design board out and work out what I'm going to do. Got a lot of chipboard to choose from. You know, this could be a really good one for the Flight of the Fairies. Yes. It could be a good Flight of the Fairies layout, couldn't it? If you're doing the retreat, whether you're doing the virtual part or the in-person part next weekend, you have the stuff for this in your kit. You all have this in your kit. I'm using the same kit that you have, but we will have a kit available for purchase for everybody else. Okay, chuck that in the bin. Put them there. I've been trying to use this. Oh, I knocked the video. Oh, let me have a look. Let me straighten this back up. I think I've got it right. I've been trying to use this one. She was already doing piano, but well, maybe she wasn't doing piano. I don't know. But she's composing a drum kit. She has no idea how to drum still. I do have this nice photo. It's our oldest and our youngest. And she got Tap Person of the Year. That was at our old studio, which doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. I don't know. I don't think Flight of the Fairies is the right thing for this photo. I could do Prince and Princess. We could do Prince and Princess. Where do you put the title? But if I did Flight of the Fairies with a different photo, I could put Flight of the Fairies there and put fairies all around, couldn't I? I'm just going to try something. Nope. I just feel like the flowers are upside down when I do that. Prince and Princess. And won't the other kids crack up about that? If I did it in a tealy blue, I could do it down there. What do we think? Must have been too excited. Oh, yeah. I'm with Amy John on fussy cutting. Yes, Ronnie. That's cool. How many are you doing? I have done 3 full ones and a half ones so far. Not many. What do we think? Do we think Prince and Princess? Or do we get a different photo and do Flight of the Fairies? And I've got some stuff stuck to it. And then have some of the fairies around. I like Flight of the Fairies, hey? And we have some fairies. Maybe 4. 4 fairies. We'll use a fake photo. Let's do it. Let's just fake it. So these come out tomorrow, actually, these chipboards. Storybook Memories, Prince and Princess. And the center mirror, actually, it's got little bits you cut and they pop out. The center mirror pops out. So you can make it dimensional. And then we've got this one. Obviously, I've used bits. Flight of the Fairies. Going to say goodnight. My daughter, Queensland, is here and going to hang with her. Paige looking great. Thank you. Say hello to your daughter, Tina. We have met Tina's daughter before. She came up. Tina didn't get to visit us, but her husband and daughter did. So let's do... Let me see. I'm going to cut a 7 1/4 by 5 1/4, and I've got a corner missing. It's okay. That's to accommodate a 5 by 7. And that's okay. I think that's a bit big. Maybe not. And this is sort of a champagne-y colour. Hello, Lisa. How are you? This is a champagne. And these are blues. And we want our fairies to be sort of silhouettes. I did copper ones earlier today. I think they need to be sparkly. Of course. Right, let's move this chipboard. And let's go. Oh, you might not like me. I'm thinking. Spinning around because I've used up all the tube. Still using the gold that I've cut open. I still are using it. Brown. I'm thinking brown. Chocolate brown. I've lost a flower. Nope. New chipboard's nice. I love chipboard. I don't get to scrapbook enough. My head is so full of ideas. Right. These are the ones off the sheet. Sorry. You're on my head off. I'm tired. I will say that. Very tired. Okay. So let's do base in chocolate, which is burnt umber. This brown. It's just good old brown. Let's do a brown base. And then we'll do like a bit of the champagne-ness. And then possibly something glittery. But then we'll bring some blue in. Like we'll do a bit of a blue shimmer. So I'm adding some water to my paint. So it's like thin cream. Or a bit more than milk consistency. So that it's just a first coat. And if it's probably a thin cream. Not a bit thicker than milk. So that you don't get thick globby bits in between in the gaps. And I'm going to do Flight of the Fairies. And you can see this. Let's go that way so we can see more. Now I paint them while they're still in the sheet because I've got these little bridge pieces, little strippy bits, and they hold very intricate designs like this that are, you know, not necessarily feasible. Hold them in place so you can colour them without wrecking them. But yes, I leave them in the sheet until I'm done. Doesn't look interesting at the moment. Quietly listening to you give us exciting cruise hints. It's getting close, yes. Laptop on silent, hubby watching a movie, so I'm reading the captions. I love that, Debbie. Yes. There is a bit of a, in the cruise group, Beck, I don't know if you saw it, there is a the start of a what to bring list. Okay, so I've got this one down the bottom. It's fairy. Yeah, I know. Brown's ugly, but and the art teacher once told me you shouldn't paint with brown, but I don't think she knew she was talking about. And then we're going to go this one up the top here. And it's just getting some colour on there. It's just a rough coat. I'll try and do a bit of a technique. I know. Not everyone wants to learn techniques, but some people do. And then, see this girl down the bottom here, down in the bottom left? I'm going to snip her out because we're going to flip her. Because I've snipped her out, I'm just going to tidy her up. Let's go this way. So I cut right on the edge. Oh, there's a piece. Oh no, that's a bit of a high heel shoe. She's got high heels on. Dear me. It's not practical. Right. So we're going to have her the opposite way. So just sit her in there. So I'm doing the back. The back of our chipboard's not bad. Like some chipboard's not quite usable, but we try and make the back of ours pretty, well, it's pretty identical. It's not perfect. You got to remember it's a laser that burns these, and it burns it at quite a temperature. It is an actual laser. Rossell got a good clean today. Rossell is our laser. Yes, we name everything. I'm contemplating getting some more our original cameo machine, Charles, actually doesn't work. He hasn't worked for nearly a year. He is, yes, unfortunately, he cut too many butterflies. He's just got too many things, full stop, end of story. And one of the girls has got stuffed rollers. So I'm contemplating having to replace those in the new year. I probably should have done it before now because they're kind of slowing us down, but it's a big thing because one of our machines has never been able to cut color cuts from the day we bought it. They're not all exactly the same. They don't all come out of the box functioning identical, fortunately. So I'm going to put another coat on. It's not as thin as the original coat, but it's sort of thinnish. Oh, some of them will make you laugh. Yep. I'm now in bed so that I can listen. Yep, techniques are great. Awesome. Can't say my techniques are the best thing in the world, but I give it a go. I love painting. We all know I love paint. I love paper and I love paint. I haven't always used a lot of paint in my scrapbooking because not everyone wanted to do it, and it's a bit, I think it's versatile. I think paint can be a lot more versatile than ink, to be honest. Like, I love ink and stamping, but I'm gonna say I really, really love paint. I can do things with paint that I just can't do with ink. And we only manufacture stamps that go with paint because our stamps are thick, out of foam, our mixed media stampers. Which, oh my gosh, I hope everyone on the cruise loves them because we've got special new ones for them. Some of the ladies that came to Zoom, when did they come to Zoom? Sunday night? Saw for Creative Hub, our Creative Hub get together. We have a Zoom get together each month for Creative Hub, and it's only our second one or third one. It's our third one, and we're looking at something I've designed recently. So let's get some gold. Let's dig some gold out of our dodgy. This has been going for a while, this tube, so it's double bagged. Yeah. Probably take the lid off it now. Let's get some gold out of here. Get that. Yep. Put it back on. Let's get some gold out of here. Yeah, there's still plenty of paint. This has been going on for over a month. Waste not, want not. But it does need to be double bagged. And you got to get the air out. I love the steps. See all our cruise bits. I know, Joanne. It's going to be fun. You can blend much more easier with paint. Yes, Karen. Paint can be so much more forgiving. Let's find some white. keep buying tubes of white, but they keep ending up on the other side of the room. Do have to be careful with paint butt because it scents like a lump of plastic. If you leave it on your brush to dry, you've got to be a little mindful. So I've got some gold on here. I'm going to get some white. I'm just going to make we're just making a mixy mix. See? It's not a perfect mix. It's not completely mixed. It's a rough mix. Let's just move over. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna a bit here and a bit there. You're going, oh my gosh, it's completely covering it. I've got to lift it every now and then. Yep, and it's a bit wet in places. Let's just get a bit of a dab. Yep. Let's just do, yep. And see how I'm letting it be a bit thick in places. And yep. It's okay. Trust me. I don't know what I'm doing, but just trust me. Definitely using paint on the cruise, but we're going to do paint so we're not bad for the environment. We're actually going to be as environmentally friendly as we can. And we're going to be using paint in some different ways. But we're definitely going to use paint. But you don't need to bring paint. There's a list of things not to bring as well. Hint, hint. You're going to need space to take home all your goodies. Don't want to be bringing stuff you don't need. Rightio. So let's get a bit of brown. And I'm not washing my brush between. And let's do a bit more of the mixy mix, blendy blend. A bit here and a bit there. Yep. We are going to blend over this. Don't stress too much. I'm not worried. Remember the ugly phase Naomi John talks about? I just want to... I'm just creating some depth. Yeah. It looks bad. I know. Okay, let's wash the brush. Let's find something like... So these are basic colors. So far we've got gold, we've got white, and we've got some like dark brown. Dark brown. Basic colors. That's phthalo blue. Phthalo blue is the right color. And then we want to get something like Viridian. Now these come in the set with all of these come in the little set. Oh, the gold. I'd say just buy a tube of gold and a tube of white. So Viridian is like a very greeny turquoise. And I'm not putting a lot out. We paid for extra suitcase between Carol Smith and myself for crafty and souvenir returning home. Awesome. We actually, and a bit of the phthalo blue, we actually posted people's orders back last time as well. Looks really good. It's very mucky at the moment, isn't it? It's quite mucky. Let's add some little bits of, let's get some white. And let's get just a touch of blue in our white. And let's add some pale blue. And then some bits where it gets a bit darker. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, that's a bit dark. Well, what we're doing is we're actually making layers of paint, but we're getting texture in the paint at the same time. So when we come along later and we start to dry brush and bring in our final colouring, what's going to happen is we'll have all this yummy texture and all these undercolours, all this colour underneath, which looks crappy right now, but it's what it's going to make is it's going to make for a really nice depth. You're not probably going to pick up on a lot of it on the screen, but you know, we're going to make this look better than it does. Trust me. We're just trying. Don't let me be the one that puts the paint on the backing first. Holy dooly, it can't be me. Let's put some gold. Let's put a couple of swipes of gold. Just want a few, and I think we're about ready to get the heat tool out and give it a, and notice how I'm going in more than one direction so that it's not just all lines. Right. We actually have to drive back past you guys too. The blue photo mat was 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. Karen, sorry. Right. So, gonna get my heat tool. It's pretty wild. Some nice lumpy bits of paint. That's a bit too lumpy. There's some nice lumpy bits of paint. Sometimes when I'm painting, I come up with silly ideas and go, oh, I wonder what this will look like, and I just do it. You just do it. Oh, that's getting hot. I think we're dry enough. My sidekick was clean this morning, by the way. It really honestly was clean. Okay, so let's get a little tiny bit of blue, a little tiny bit of a viridian, and let's try and make a sort of a colour sort of similar to what's on our page. No, not enough. We want to make like something like this. That's not bad. It's a bit of a bluey greeny. And it's not perfect. Okay, so I'm going to get most of that off the brush. And then we're just going to use just the tip of the brush, and we're just going to graze. Just lightly. Just grazing over. There's not much on the brush at all, So what's happening is we're just catching some of the high points. We're just going to catch those high points on the brush, on the piece. Not completely covering what's underneath. And this is not our last colour. So when I pick some up, it's just over here. I'm not actually picking up lots of paint. Just going to have a bit of continuity on the piece. Oh, I think it was off screen then, sorry. I think I'm up near the, oh geez, that was a bit thick. Then I've got this one here. It's already very... Just got to trust the process. I don't think anyone's trusting me right now. So I've got the brown. And notice I did not clean my brush. Got a bit of solid brown there. And you'll notice that on the edges, it catches more on the edges. So you get sort of like an inked edge look. And some places it catches and some places it doesn't. Just holding this stable. I probably needed another piece there. Another little arm. Rightio. So now let's get some more. Let's get a dirty brush with some of this whitey. Some white. Just cleaning our brush a bit. There we go. Oh, a bit thick. It's not white, it's sort of, and you can see it catches on the edges more. Oh, that's a bit of a line. Oh, that's a bit liney. And I'm just sort of cleaning the brush now. And you'll notice it sort of blends in a bit. And disappears. Oh. One more gold. Where's my packet of gold? So, okay, Marissa. Rightio. Let's do some gold. The gold in the tube is getting rather thick. Oh, here we go. I don't mean the helicopter coming over. It's like the umpteenth helicopter for the day. Says right, we brought me to the airport. They are currently coming from a different direction. Helicopters for some reason. Okay, I'm just crisscrossing. Don't put big dollopy bits on like that. Oh, that's a bit gold, that one. Making the fairies a bit gold. Whoops. I think I like it. I was going to do more champagne-y colour. I think I like the gold. Sorry. It's okay to change your plan. I like this. It's showing up the texture. A bit much. I dread to think how much of this class we've spent just painting a title and some fairies. Sorry about that. I told you I liked paint. All about the layers. Let's put this away because I might be able to get more of it. There's no air in there. Thank you, Gaia. Let's have a look. Oh, see, it's got like green and brown and can you see the... They were pretty ugly at one stage, weren't they? Very textured. So I'm going to get, so this is iridescent varnish, and I think Karen L put us onto this. I think she was the originator of this one because she's not a big glitter fan, but this is acceptable. It's suspended glitter. It's easy. Suspended glitter, I can do. Loose glitter, no can do. I had a bit of an incident recently at the counter with one of our Monday girls that she had lots of loose glitter on her page and she's knocked it at the counter and I'm still cleaning loose glitter from in the crevices of the keyboard. Yeah. So she just lays down glue and then puts glitter over the top. So I'm putting this on fairly thick. and it'll just get rid of the lines. It should dry by the end of class. You can just swipe it on really thinly and it dries pretty quick. You can do that, but I sort of want it a little encrusted. But and as far as like suspended glitter goes, this is really good value. Like, I love stickles, don't get me wrong. Stickles are one of my favourite things, but sometimes I use too much. And it does take time to dry. This dries fairly quickly. Now, the thing is, it is a varnish, so it's even more critical that you wash your brush really well. Don't use your fine art brushes. Well, these could be used for fine art, but don't use like your best brush. Like, I wouldn't use my brushes I paint portraits with to use this stuff. Just saying. Although some of my portrait brushes I have seen lately over at the other desk in a bit of a mangy looking condition. So have you seen me paint a portrait lately? Nope. So it's okay. Let's put some on our title. Why not? And it's kind of paint / pat motion. Sort of, you want to get a decent amount on there. But you can just do a nice thin painted coat and you get a really beautiful iridescent glitter look. But I do want it a little thicker-ish. But it's called iridescent varnish. It's pretty cool. I think my beautiful daughter is taking advantage of me again. Because it's just her and I home, and when I do a long class on a Friday night and it's just the two of us, she stays up late. Lovely little girl she is. Had school swimming lessons today. Swimming is not her thing. She doesn't enjoy it. So, not like a sister. Naomi Johns realised that this weekend, if she wants to swim, she's got to get up really early on Sunday, and she's just not sure she wants to do that. She wants to sleep in on Sunday. Our pool's not big enough for her to swim in, like do laps in. Have to do way too many laps to do 3 kilometres in our pool. Okay, there we go. Looks a bit chunky. Where am I going to put this? I'll sit up there to dry. I'm going to clean this. Okay. So, what are we going to do? Got to cover this corner. Let's just stress our photo mat. Oh, I love that glitter varnish. It's awesome. My brushes only do scrapbooking stuff. Yeah, mine mostly do too. The iridescent glitter varnish became a fave of mine as soon as I used it for the first time. I can't deal with loose glitter. Oh my gosh, I can't stand loose glitter either, Karen. This is perfect me. I'm glad you like it. Yeah. The final result of the painting gives faith in the process. Yes. You just got to have faith that it's going to work. Because, yeah, that was some seriously ugly painting we just did. And the end result may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I think it's interesting. I like interesting. Let's distress this heart. Actually, let's not. Let's put flowers here. Oh, let's distress the heart. Where's this one? Let's use a tealy coloured timber one. I've got 3 of these tealy timber ones. They're the lighter tone inside this piece of paper. They're actually the lighter tone in here. I love the different stages in the painting. Yeah. It's pretty interesting, isn't it, Dee, how it can go from, you know, one thing to another. I actually think the chipboard that says the magic of a story, I think it will look really great in like a two-tone or a rainbow tone blend. Yeah. But you never know what we'll do with it. You just don't know. You just never know. Okay, I'm just going to cut. So I've got 3.5 of these cream flowers. I'm just going to cut a few more. And yes, I edit as I go. I do like them because they're not a perfect flower, so it's okay if I just sort of trim them a bit different. So that's 4.5. $5.5. I'm going to cut out these two half pieces, these two half flowers. That petal's a bit dodgerama. Five full two halves. There we go. Just tuck that there. And then we're going to put that there. Hopefully it shows up. So I'm just going to rough cut them out. So I'm going to put that one there, that fairy. And something interesting, the little stick things that I make on these, because I make all these little stick things that join them all together, they are way easier to cut once it's been did I really do 4 fairies? That's odd. Once they've been painted, they are so much easier to cut. This is not dry. This is like miles from dry. There's not much left. Like that. So I actually think let's flick a little bit of our colours on the background while we wait for things to dry. I know I'm predictable. I know I do that all the time. Let's put that over there to dry. Where's that paint palette? Oops, missed stuff. I got a mess. Some of these titles are going to be good for book week. Yes, they are. Love the colours, yeah. Except we went as Rey from Star Wars, Rey Skywalker. So they're kind of not going to work for us. So let's mix our green and our blue. And we've got a bit of stuff here and a little bit over here. And then we've got something down here and a bit here. Now let's get our chalky brown, what we can get, which won't be much. And let's see if we can get some gold. Not really. Just some little shimmery bits of gold. And let's try for some white. That'll be interesting. the white sort of blends in. There we go. And let's go with a bit of glitter. Why not? Let's see how it goes. Because the other glitters, the glitters in the tubes, they go really well. Oh, it's quite blobby. It looks a bit iridescent. This could be interesting. And it's got a little bit of the blue in it. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Make sure I've got it all out of my brush. Get rid of my palette so it can dry. I'm going to wipe this. Look. Clean. Ish. Clean. Right, where's our heat tool? Thank you, Cheryl. Hands are a bit coloured. I don't like drawing with a heat tool. However, we've already been here for an hour and a half, so we need to shovel things along a bit. Okay, that's really interesting. Look at that. Look at that I don't know if you can see. Oh, yeah, you can. See that? The iridescent splotches. And because it's a varnish, it's made the background just slightly darker where it is. It's those grey spots. And it's got like the shimmer in it. Is it shimmering? Come on. You can shimmer for me. It's shimmering. You got to take my word for it. It is shimmering. Okay, let's just clean up momentarily. Just need to clean up. Sorry. I just can't create the chaos. Okay, we need to prep our pieces ready for construction. Okay, let's trim these fairies as best we can without sticking my fingers in the glitter. Oh, not close enough. You've really got to cut very close. And don't use your fussy cutting scissors. Use your old gungy scissors like these. Right. Yeah. And it is a lot easier to cut once it's painted. Changes the molecular structure. Rightio. That's another one there. There we are. I'm cutting it off to the side so I don't get the bits on my page. Let's go in there. Cut her. Cut her. That one. Deary me. Let's leave that to dry a bit longer. Call me chicken, but let's leave that one to dry a bit longer. Yep. Definitely needs more drying time. Okay, so let's put our hearts on chippy strip. That's a double. We don't want that. Okay. What is a new desktop? Did I miss the introduction of it? It was this morning, Karen. It's sitting in the studio. The roll, we worked out how we were going to attach it finally. It is packing taped under the desk here. It wasn't all day. I got sick of waiting for Quint to stick it on too. It is lino. And I had to get it in Brisbane because you can't get nice light colours like this in Central Queensland. So it's from Bunnings, but I couldn't get, it's not cheap stuff. I had to buy like a whole metre of a super wide width, but I can always, replace this bit if I need to, but it is very nice. It's well worth it. It's very durable too. But yes, we've been looking for a really long time. We knew exactly what we wanted, but we just couldn't get it here. And we got it at Bowen Hills in Brisbane because they had the colour we wanted. It shows up the product really well, but it's not it's light, but it's not reflective. Like, it's nice and matte, but it's not a reflective colour either. It is a bit of a pattern. Probably a little more pattern than what I wanted, but it's nice. I only heard about 3. Oh no, the 4th one I had to cut out and flip over, remember? She was the one from the bottom left that we cut and flipped, and I kept on working on her separately. So then let's put our photo mat. Do we have something for a fake photo? It's in my pile. I moved my turkey pile to a tub too. It is for a project. I have been keeping, oh, that's the wrong size. I've been keeping my leftovers for a while. together. I haven't sorted them for a while because I have a project coming up with them. Which you'll all hear about. I'm just trying to find some black. Well, that's got score lines. That's not good. Too small. I'm looking for something for a fake photo, and we might be using a dud mini book page. It's got a score line in it, okay? Our fake photo is a leftover from a project. So we've got a 7-inch by 5-inch fakey photo. This is not in the kit. With a score line in it. It's actually a dud from the last cruise we did. I'm just going to sharpen my pencil. My sharpener got returned. Okay, so this was let's do it this way. This was a 7-inch across by 5-inch high, and it's a fakey photo. So let's cut the middle out of our photo mat, which was 7 1/4 by 5 1/4, and it was from paper number 1. Cut the middle out. And remembering when you do that, probably going to have a dodgy corner. I have a dodgy corner on mine. So let's stick our photo flat to our photo mat, and then what we'll do is we'll raise it on chippy strips. Let's get some tape. Probably a bit much tape for a fakey photo, but it'll be right. There's definitely texture in my glitter. So those of you that are doing the hybrid retreat, did you expect to do a Christmas card? Because we did a Christmas card today. Oh, maybe not that one. Let's save that one. I like to try and do something different that we're not going to think of. Definitely durable. Yes, it's nice and durable. The desk was nice. We moved over to this section of desk from another section because it didn't have any paint on it, but that didn't last long. I'll see how we go tomorrow night with Naomi John. I actually really like it. I think when I do the kitchen at work, I'm going to move the kitchenette area, like the kitchen area at work. And when I do that, eventually, that's not going to happen until probably 2027 or 2028 maybe. I actually like this. I think this would be quite good because it's quite durable, but it's something that, I mean, it's pricey per square meter, but it's durable. And this softish underfoot, I could then, you know, I could happily replace it if I needed to if something happened at work. And it's easy clean, I think. But then do I need something dark? Because, you know, we all know what happens at our shop. Our sink in the bathroom is all the shades, after school holidays, is all the shades of the rainbow plus very heavily on the purple and blue side. So we're going to come down, let's come down like 2 inches and come in like 2 1/4 from the edge. So I'm going to line these up, turn it on its side. I'm going to use my T-ruler. You don't have to be exact. So we come down to, that's not a bad start point there. Gives us a bit of space here for our title. That'll look good. But yeah, school holidays can be really hard on the bathroom sink with all the kids washing their hands. School holidays is very hard on, and the kids wash the paintbrushes in there in the bathroom sink. It is also very hard on soap. So we get a lot of preps through the daycare centre, and they come to our store, and they are rough on the soap. Okay, let's start with our heart over here, and you can't see that because it's off screen. Let's start with our heart there. Then we're going to put our fairy here. And then we've got those two there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's move our flight of the fairies and this fairy over there. And let's just put this here and start building. So we're going to just have that one there. And then we've got a biggish purple flower. And we're going to cut it in half. Stick it under the photo here. If you can't see it, it's most likely not there. Oh, you know what? I'm going to cut this one as well. I'm going to put part of it under here. And then we have another bit up the top there. Okay. One of our cream flowers. I'm going to put a cream flower here. Purple flower, or dove as Quentin calls them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to let him name colours. And then we've got a partial one of these under here. Like that. Okay. And then we'll put our fairy on. We're going to put her flat. She's here. And she's stuck to my finger. You're not going to put yours together wet. Are you? No. You'll wait for yours to dry. Okay, so I'm going to keep this flower whole because it's sort of sticking out both sides there. I've got this one going on top, which is one of our creamy champagne ones. And we've got our fairy going there. And I sort of bent her legs, so I'm just going to fix them up. Right. And then we've got this one over here. Most of that flower's out. It's a partial flower. not going to put that partial on there. I'm going to put it up here. Wipe the glue away. That's better. It just couldn't be seen there. It looked like it was part of the pattern. Then we're going to put this fairy, and she's got a trail of like some leafy things behind her. See her there? Sticking to my fingers. Okay. Okay, no one's commented. I'm all good. Let's put this fairy here. So she's the one, the little one that was down in the bottom left of the sheet, and we reversed her. And we coloured her separately as we went. So let's trim this up. It's still wet. It's still a bit sticky. What I might do is I might just move the page. I'm going to just move the page over there a bit, and I'm going to do this here. I just don't want the sticky tabs, because these tabs are quite sticky with like glitter paint on them, glitter varnish. I don't want them falling on my page. I'm getting stuck to it. I've done that before. Yes, I have. So 9 o'clock tomorrow morning is meant to be our next reveal. And I'm going to be brutally honest. We're revealing chipboard for Fantasyland. And it will most likely not all be available immediately. I will have to finalise some things on it. It's all manufactured and it's ready to go, but the website's just not quite... I just don't know if they're all up to date, because Naomi John did more than what we'd originally discussed. But that's okay, because I said to her, if she got time, we'd do a few extras. I have designed a ton more than what we need. So I think she decided we might release a bit more. You just got to be careful that you don't release too much, because it kind of makes it hard for customers to keep up, but it also, you've got to be able to manufacture it. But I think what she's done is she's pre-manufactured a heap, so we'll all be good. But it just won't all be live when we do our reveal at 9 o'clock in the morning, because it's very early. It's a little bit earlier than what we normally would. And we're back at piano on Saturdays too. And I've got to get Quentin his coffee in the morning. Okay, my fingers are getting stuck. So I'm going to lightly just flip it over on my hand, and I'm going to put some glue on the thicker parts. But yes, we do have, tomorrow morning is all about chipboard. The colour cuts will be in the final one. There is some chipboard tomorrow that's... No, oh, there might be something that's not Fantasyland. I don't know, I don't think so, actually. No, there is. There is some stuff that's not necessarily Fantasyland, but we'll definitely go with. Definitely works with it. There we go. And I've just done a pattern spread. And I'm going to do this on a bit of an angle, because I think it'll look good. Flight of the Fairies. plenty of photos of the girls dressed as fairies, but I have some awesome photos of Noah when he was little wearing some of his older sister's costumes, dance costumes, so fairy costumes. So we could do that. I think that'll look quite cool. It's going to stay. Keep sticking to my finger and pulling off. Just want to stick that a little bit there. Stay. Right. We just get memorized watching. Too busy concentrating on work to comment. Fascinating with the paint techniques. Thank you, Joanne. Well, I hope you're ready to get your paint on the cruise, Joanne. I really hope you're wow, another. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's 2 hours. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Karen. But yes, I hope you're really ready because we're gonna have some painty fun. We're gonna do some techniques. Okay, so let's do some close-ups. So they're pretty odd, our fairies. They're not completely dry. That's what the sort of the opaque whiteness is there. We've got this corner down here, but they're definitely interesting and different. And they're definitely something that people are not going to be able to look at it and know exactly how you did the technique unless they watched the class. And look, this is so interesting how the wet, and it's just got this awesome shimmer. Look at that shimmer. That's when we wet the glitter varnish that was left over and flicked it on. So there we go. And we covered up our bodgy corner. Fantastical page. Thank you, Jacqueline. Yep, we have our paint aprons packed. Awesome. You've packed. Oh my gosh, we've got a pop-up shop. Well, we'll see you. Actually, you're going to come to our pop-up shop on the 8th and 9th of November. We're in Brisbane coming up as well. Let me go back a bit. Thank you, Dee and Di. Thank you, Helen and Diana. Can't wait to try it. Can't wait to see your take on it, Diana. Thank you, Karen and Deborah. And Jacqueline, gorgeous page. Have a fun retreat, everyone. We will, Joanne. You'll have to get up for a retreat sometime. Look amazing. Thank you, Joanne. Yes. Sure am. There you go. So we will be back tomorrow morning at 9. It's meant to be 9 for our. It's scheduled on YouTube, so you can actually get a notification. I have lost the program. Oh no, here it is. We're back at 9 for our next part of our Fantasyland product release. So that's 9 o'clock tomorrow morning on Facebook and YouTube. And then in the Fantasyland Facebook group tomorrow at 10, we've got card making with Amy John. And then 1 o'clock, you've got scrapbooking. Well, actually, it actually says something. It doesn't say scrapbooking in the album. It says something. And then we're going to Zoom at 5 and a class back here on Facebook and YouTube at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. And I think tomorrow night you might have Maisie. So you might have Naomi John then, or both of us. Thank you, Karen. And thank you, Karen. So it's probably not the direction we thought we were going to go in, but it's where we went. And there's something going on with my lighting here. I've got this funny shadow. I'll have to see what it is. So we will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for persevering for 2 hours. I know it's a long time. And yes, my 11-year-old is still out of bed in the lounge room watching a movie. It will be appropriate. I can trust her. But she's definitely a night owl like her siblings. So, yes. Thank you, Carol. So, take care. Stay safe. Love yous all. And thank you so very much for coming along. If this cuts off before I say my final goodbye on Facebook, I'm very sorry, but Facebook is cutting my video short at the moment. So, yep, I'm whinging about Facebook, but hopefully eventually they will listen. Thank you, Dee. Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.